Every year, Parisians flee the City of Light for summer vacation. This vibrant, soulful place suddenly falls quiet for a month and a half. The energy, the personality, all the little quirks, they give way to empty cafes and silent streets. Personally, I love when the city empties out. It reminds me of my days wandering these beautiful Parisian streets during confinement. In today's vlog, I'm sharing what life feels like here as everyone else leaves. So I just got back from the market. Most of the people at the market, it was their last day before vacation. So France is officially beginning to shut down for vacation. So I got just a few things that are frankly always cheaper to buy at the market. So I got some fish, and then I have just like a ton of vegetables. My people that I normally go to were like, today's our last day. And I was like, oh. And they were like, so what? Basically, they were like, what do you want? And I like, anything they had left of, I was like, oh, I'll take a couple of those. And they were like, take 5. If I was like, I'll take 3, they were like, take 5. They just wanted to get rid of it. So it was wonderful. I got phenomenal market deals today. Better than I've probably ever gotten before. And then I have just these simple, pretty little roses that I'm gonna pop into this vase. But it's just it's so weird because the moment the 14th of July comes, everyone's just like, all right, vacation is here, bye. So France is very much, it's all about relationships, right? You have to have relationships with people. It makes your life substantially simpler when you do. So you start to form a relationship with your dry cleaner, you know, your butcher, your everything, right? You have relationships with people. So then, of course, when vacation season rolls around, all those people are like, well, are you leaving? Because, of course, they're leaving, right? All of France is leaving. Everyone is going on vacation. And so I'm always like, no, like generally I don't go on vacation in August. I just don't. I really like an empty Paris. That's number one. I love an empty Paris, so I love being here in Paris when everything is empty. You just have to remember to get everything done that you need to have done. And then, so in addition to liking an empty Paris, because also there's so many people gone, there tends to be a lot of like activity, like crime that happens, like apartments gets broken into a lot. So I also am kind of like, why would I leave during the time when it's most likely to be, my apartment's most likely to be broken into? Additionally, I also don't leave because it's, one, most expensive to go on vacation at the same time everybody else in a country is going on vacation. And last but not least, because basically, I don't understand why people want to go to flippin' Spain and Italy when it's so hot. Like, why not go in May? I think May is like the best time to travel because that's when you go to Spain, that's when you go to Italy. There aren't 1,000 tourists, right? Because everyone isn't traveling at the same time yet. Like most Americans still aren't out of school, so you can still kind of travel relatively easily. That's number one. Number two, it's not as hot in Spain or Italy in May as it's going to be in August. So I personally don't get it. Like, if I'm gonna travel, I want to do it in like May. I want to do it when it's, or even frankly early June. I don't like to travel in August. It's just too darn hot. Like, Italy is too hot. Spain is too hot. And everyone's like, are you going to Spain? I'm like, you guys, do you know how hot Spain is right now? But yeah. Anyway. This is what happened to my Mephisto sandals today. While I was walking to church, they started to disintegrate. And they completely disintegrated. While I was in church as well, there was a gigantic puddle of cork around me. And just as I made it to my apartment, the sole started to come off. So I've always talked about Mephisto sandals. I've always talked about how much I love them and how great they are. Yeah. I think we might have to rethink the Mephisto sandals because I don't think that's normal. Next to me at the pool was one of those Americans. Those Americans are the Americans who are in France, and they are so happy that they can speak in French that they just, with kind of arrogance, speak in French in front of you because they assume that, of course, you don't speak French. So they're just like speaking in this clearly perfect French that was obviously learned, and they're thinking they sound so great and so wonderful, and they're talking to the French waitstaff, and then they say something that the French waitstaff doesn't understand, and they're just struggling, and they're like in shock, and they can't believe it, and then they have to say it in English, and when they say it in English, the French waitstaff understand. Yep, that's who I was sitting next to at the pool today. So I have decided that from now on, I will summer in Montmartre. I will get an apartment here every single summer, and this will be where I spend my summers. Because Montmartre is great in the summer. I want no parts of Montmartre in the winter. Hello, happy Bastille Day! It is Bastille Day here in Paris, and this city is so quiet. It's so empty. I've been looking outside all morning, like looking at the street and everything, and there's just no one here, and I love it. Bastille Day basically marks the beginning of the vacation. Anyone who's wanting to get out of Paris generally tries to leave before Bastille Day or the day after Bastille Day, and then there will be like another wave of people that leaves at the end of July. So basically I have 2 weeks to get done every single thing I need to get done in Paris. So I'm scheduling all my doctor's appointments. I am trying to get in to see the dentist. I gotta get in to see the eye doctor. I have to get in to get the, oh, hold on, planes. Okay, so the thing is, from my apartment, I didn't know this, but I can see the whole air show. So I'm going to go watch the air show because it's so cool, and I make sure, oh, more planes. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I want to watch the planes, so I'm gonna go watch the planes, I'm gonna watch the air show. But yeah, you know, it's summer has officially started in Paris. Vacation season is here. Oh, and this is another one of the new dresses that I have on. It's yet another new dress. This one has a whole slit all the way up the side. But yeah, I love these for just being at home. So, all right, bye!
A break, a
you.